Address of the Holy Father to the participants of the Summer School of Astrophysics promoted by the Vatican Observatory in the Consistory Hall on Monday, June 16, 2025. Good morning and welcome. I'm pleased to have this opportunity to greet all of you, students and scholars from various parts of the world who are taking part in the Vatican Observatory Summer School. I offer you my prayerful good wishes that this experience of living and studying together will not only be academically and personally enriching, but also help to develop friendships and forms of collaboration that can only contribute to the progress of science and the service of our one human family. This year's summer school, I'm told, is devoted to the theme, Exploring the Universe with the James Webb Space Telescope. Surely this must be an exciting time to be an astronomer. Thanks to that truly remarkable instrument, for the first time we're able to peer deeply into the atmosphere of exoplanets where life may be developing and study the nebulae where planetary systems themselves are forming. With Webb, we can even trace the ancient light of distant galaxies, which speaks of the very beginning of our universe. The authors of sacred scripture, writing so many centuries ago, did not have the benefit of this privilege, yet their poetic and religious imagination pondered what the moment of creation must have been like when, quote, the stars shone in their watches and rejoice, and their Creator called them, and they said, "Here we are, shining with gladness for Him who made them," end quote. That's from Baruch 3:34. In our own day, do not the James Webb images also fill us with wonder and indeed a mysterious joy as we contemplate their sublime beauty? The Space Telescope Science team has worked hard to make these images available to the general public, for which all of us can be grateful. In a special way, though, all of you who are taking part in the summer school have been given the knowledge and training that can enable you to use this amazing instrument in order to expand our knowledge of the cosmos, of which we are a tiny but meaningful part. Of course, none of you have come to this point all by yourself. Each of you is part of a much greater community. Think of all the people over the last 30 years who worked to build the space telescope and its instruments, and those who worked to develop the scientific ideas that it was designed to test. Along with the contribution of your fellow scientists, engineers, and mathematicians, it was also with the support of your families and so many of your friends that you have been able to appreciate and take part in this wonderful enterprise, which has enabled us to see the world around us in a new way. Never forget, then, that what you are doing is meant to benefit all of us. Be generous in sharing what you learn and what you experience as best you can and however you can. Do not hesitate to share the joy and amazement born of your contemplation of the seeds that, in the words of St. Augustine, God has sown in the harmony of the universe. And that's De Genesis ad Litteram 5:23-44-45 from Augustine. The more joy you share, the more joy you create, and in this way, through your pursuit of knowledge, each of you can contribute to building a more peaceful and just world. With these thoughts, my friends, I renew my thanks for your visit, and I assure you of my prayers for you, your families, and your work, and upon all of you. I willingly invoke God's blessings of wisdom and understanding, of joy and peace. God bless you. And then he blessed in English, and he said, "Thank you."